Alright then, what's in this chest? A purified water.
But no shadows.
Nope.
Damn it! I run into them all the time. Wow.
We're already at the boss, but let's head back to the entrance.
This is actually one of the smaller floors.
I know.
Or the smaller dungeons.
Yeah. After the striptease, the dungeons got shorter and shorter.
Somewhat.
Yeah, they're usually like 9 to 10 floors now instead of 11.
Then again, this dungeon made up for in backtracking, so in technicality we had to go through an extra amount of floors.
Of course, the next dungeon will not do that.
No, the next dungeon's pretty straightforward.
To a fault. I just remember... Oh, yikes! My yen is getting low. I want to save some yen.
Wow, your yen is terrible.
Okay, that's much better. I'll get enough money for tomorrow's shopping channel from being the boss itself. I want to go to the Velvet Room, see do some off-screen fusions or something, as well as register. And okay, let's see what we got. Register personas, Kukulin, and Dekorabia. Alright. That's it. Okay then. Who's ready for a boss fight?
I am.
You should be, considering I totally ruined Shadow Naoto's AI. Because I don't think the game developers were expecting you to face off against Shadow Naoto with a team with no weaknesses.
Either they were or they didn't.
Okay, yep, I'm going with... let's see. What my persona choice be? Is Kikuhime. No fire, strong as Zeo. I would use a Dekorabia as well. At times.
Ah.
So, Kikuhime, one of the I guess you could say deities is responsible for actually mediating the feud between Izanagi and Izanami, if I recall. Huh.
I
Alright.
wonder how that plays into this.
I
don't think it plays into anything at the moment.
Although, Yaboshi Shikome in a persona in Persona 3 was actually one of the many demons that Izanami sent after Izanagi.
Huh.
Yeah. Alright then. We're ready? We're ready.
But are we ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Give it to Freddy. Do 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 do.
I'm not giving it
Not that Freddy.
Alright, here we go.
Naoto!
Ah! Ugh!
Oh,
Naoto's completely fine.
somehow.
It's about time you
Although in the
dealing
animation,
with this child has been quite a pain.
it gets progressively worse.
No.
What's with that tone of voice?
That
Useless
sounds a
speaking with
little...
you. I need to go
venom.
back now.
feminine.
Why? Why are you leaving me here? Why am I always left
This is how Naoto really is, actually.
It's so lonely.
A lonely little child.
Be alone.
Naoto-kun.
But of course, Naoto's not having any of it.
You wear the same face as me. It's as if you're implying we're one and the same.
You
But
are.
the difference between me and you is...
There is no difference.
Why delude yourself? I am you. These childish gestures are no mere affectation. They're the truth.
Whether you like it or not.
The fools all say it, don't they? You're only a child. Keep out of our
Wow, I
business,
can
and
sympathize
so
with the shadow.
no matter how many cases you spend
I
hours
think the way it's going
cogitating
about
over,
it's
no
completely
matter how many
wrong.
crimes you
Yeah.
solve, you're a
So yeah,
child
while
in their
we could
eyes.
sympathize with the shadow,
It's your
it's what the
brain
shadow
you're
does that we
interested in.
cannot
The gray
condone.
matter locked up in that skull. As long as they need it, you're an ace detective. But once you're done, it's back to the playpen with you.
I can rather understand the feeling.
Society's two-faced nature.
Same.
You're just a lonely child.
Naoto.
I want to be a grown-up.
That's what Naoto just really wants to be. Accepted.
And I'll see who I am. I
But
wanna
because
live
of
for this
Naoto's
day.
age, people
That's
won't.
enough. I can find my own reason for living. I'm telling you that's impossible. You are but a child. How can you change that essential truth?
That's a good
Stop
question.
it. At your
Uh-oh.
core,
Somebody's
you admire the
breaking.
strong and cool men who
Yeah.
populate detective
And
fiction.
this ain't the
But
result
in
of the
trying
fog.
to emulate them, you
It
must
never
know
was.
that in truth,
It was
you're
the
nothing of
barrier.
sort.
No, no, the fog was never a factor
There's
at
no
all.
avoiding first principles. Admit that you're a child, and admit that there's nothing you can do about
Really.
It does stimulate a certain factor.
Our analysis
To some, but not all.
Let us begin
But I
the
think
muscle
Naoto has it pretty
alteration
much under
procedure.
control.
You have no
In that
objections, do you? Naoto Shiranami.
However, this is a little much.
Stop it!
Yeah, because even Naoto has limits.
Such a cool, manly name. But a name doesn't change the truth. It doesn't let you cross the barrier
Wow.
between the sexes. How could you become an ideal man when you were never male to begin with?
Wait, what? Did I hear that right?
Finally, I can actually
He's
use
not a guy?
female pronouns.
I won't go.
Yes!
Yes, it's true. Naoto is a female. Poor Naoto. She doesn't realize it. Everything the shadow is saying is true.
And other such bilge. They made you cry, didn't they? Yet here you are, mimicking those same men. What exactly are you trying to justify?
Perhaps her own existence.
What? It's all right. You needn't suffer anymore. That's why you're undergoing this body alteration.
Yeah, in case you haven't figured it out
You
already.
throw a tantrum.
Sex
but it fails
change.
to change the
A very
situation a
brutal
single
one,
bit.
by the looks of it.
Quite understand the feeling.
Yeah,
After all,
I don't think it
I
works
am
that
you.
way.
No.
That's not true!
Normally I'd be against this, but
Don't say it!
let her.
It's okay. Let the kids spill the whole thing.
We're
If
just
not,
gonna beat the shit out of the
Naoto's
shadow
just gonna keep
anyway.
hurting.
So yeah, I guess in a
We'll
way,
just do our job
it was
and
wrong
keep
of
the
us to try to
shadows
convince
out,
them
yeah?
to not deny them. Because regardless, it was bound to happen.
You know anything about me? You'll kick my
Well,
ass,
here's
huh?
the other thing though
Fine.
too,
Go
if they
ahead
truly
and try,
accepted
you
their
lizard-brained
pain in some
imbecile.
regard, then yeah. But if they can't at this point, it's not really worth it.
Save the discussion for later.
It's kind of a
Here it comes!
loop, as it were.
Yep. So thus, commence the operation. Now, Shadow Naoto, she is unique, actually, in the fact that she can actually strategize.
I am a shadow.
Unfortunately, that ability is
Are you sick of your
her
Moot.
biggest strength.
Her biggest strength is multi-elemental attacks, but her biggest weakness,
Bring it on, man.
a team with no weaknesses.
Have you made up your mind? Then let us commence.
All right, if you want, all right
Which
then.
sadly, this is a problem in Golden, considering the fact that you can't get rid of your weaknesses.
Nope.
Well, with the exception of you, and that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing is, Shadow Naoto has an elemental resistance to fire.
Which was oddly a hint to one of the first things that Naoto was going to learn.
Huh.
But they scrapped it.
Wow.
Because originally it was supposed to be that Naoto was supposed to learn Agidine of all things and become a second fire user.
Huh. Weird.
But they scrapped it and then they left it in for when you got her back in Golden.
Yeah, because initially she learns Agidyne and Garudyne.
Which from that point onward, she pretty much replaced Yosuke for me.
Anyway, the thing with Shadow Naoto, like I said, she can strategize. She'll try to pinpoint weaknesses! Ow.
Senpai, quick, someone
That hurt. Yeah, thing is, if she does score a weakness, she tends to follow that up with Heat Riser and or Brave Blade.
Oh yeah. So, if you do have somebody that has a weakness, it might be a good idea to bring them in and just have them defend. Because Naoto has a really bad tendency of just targeting them.
I guess too slow!
Now, the other thing that you can also do is you can also abuse a few things, especially with Makara Karn. If you actually time it just right on the right person, you can actually have Naoto inflict a status effect on herself.
If you're lucky. Let's see, how much will Xeodyne do? Wow, 148.
No, that will never do.
And that's without Tarakaja, by the way.
For me to drill proper holes into
Here comes Element Zero. This will remove your party's elemental resistances. It still does. I'm going to pretty much break her. AI, that is.
Now, as for Naoto's voice actress,
we can't say very well because
it's been changed every fucking time, with the exception of
her Seiyu, actually, Romi Paku.
Now, we can actually tell you who her voice actress is in Persona 4 the animation.
It happens to be Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. Yes. Ah! Goggle eyes. Always reduce your HP to 1, and pretty much causes innovation all the time. But yeah, the same voice actress as, say,
the Major.
Yeah, and Major Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
And of course, the voice of Kashiwagi.
Yeah.
Thanks a million.
But she didn't do a bad job as Naoto, actually.
No, I think her beginning was rather rough, though.
But then,
Here goes.
but
Though when the second half of the anime continued, she got a lot better at it.
too slow.
Ha! Miss me.
But yeah, actually, in the episode where we do fight Shadow Naoto, is where I think it was definitely her strongest performance. Because she literally breaks down and outright denies the Shadow. But speaking of which, during that fight, she pretty much inflicts goggle eyes on all the males except for Kanji, actually.
Instead, the Shadow just gets ultra pissed at Kanji and just pretty much tortures him throughout the whole fight.
Too slow!
While the girls, on the other hand, are trying to deal with him, or her, really, on the fact that they can't really hit him, or him, or what, fuck. It's a Shadow.
That and the fact that they don't want to grow old.
No.
So much so, they use Teddy to block goggle eyes. How icy cold can you get?
And Teddy's reaction for it was just perfect. He's,
those old hags don't know how to treat their elders well, or something like that. Those old hags can be so mean.
Here goes.
Anyway, 144. Dikaja, of course, to nullify any and all debuffs. Any and all buffs, rather. Agi died. Of course, still resistant to fire.
Though, there's been basically a toss-up of who's actually the voice actress for Naoto, and I'm just going to go with 2 at this point.
Well, it's a rough guess.
The rough guesses are Megan Hollingshead, which I could see. Then there's the other likelihood of Ali Hillis,
Yeah,
which Ali Hillis could probably pull it off.
probably. It's just
Then
It's-
again,
who
this
gets.
was about the time that both her and Troy Baker were showing up on the dubbing scene of the world more often.
So it's probably not that much of a stretch.
Because Ali actually started appearing in video games like Xenosaga 2 and 3, oddly.
Goes.
Wow. Oof. Okay, goggle them eyes! Lame!
And if I recall, she played as Marion Shelley.
Okay, then
Pretty
I,
much Junior's, shall I say, more or less, lieutenant on the Duran.
Then again, I never played Xenosaga.
Uh,
So your trivia is lost on me!
wow, that was actually fairly damaging. Not bad.
Well, let's go for, now. Let's go for an assault signal. See if we can take advantage of our charges.
Why won't you lie down and die? You children can't do anything at all.
Look who's talking. Oh boy! Lame! He just keeps dodging it!
It's so fitting considering he more or less did the same thing in the animation,
And ironically, Yosuke was the first one to get hit.
of all things.
Yeah. Then again, he usually is the... Well, he usually is the... Well, what can I say? He usually is the guinea pig for new shadows.
Goes.
More or less the butt monkey.
Yeah. Ooh, 203. Oh boy. Oh boy. What, is he get hit this time? Oh, no!
Are you okay?
Not that lucky.
No.
Sadly not.
Kanji's acting weird. Can someone help?
Hold
Kind
on.
of busy.
304. That's even
Kind
with... Yeah.
Blowing the shadow up.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I think we can afford to use a royal jelly. Wait, are we already power charged? Yeah, we're already power charged. Let's go for it. Kanji can heal himself. Ooh!
Nice.
My head hurts.
I just stayed up all night making those dolls.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
What?
Uh-oh, Dekasha. See what it means, folks? I totally broke her AI. Normally she'd be using her dying skills, which are pretty powerful.
Then again, you could also do this to... This strategy is more or less the same one that you could do to Nyx and the final boss in this game.
Wow. Anyway,
Technically, just buff and just watch them waste their turns.
yeah.
Like retards.
Okay, element 0. You can't do anything except status effects.
God.
Who needs
All because
experience?
the shadow is actually being intelligent, trying not to blow itself up.
Yeah, I need experience for Ganesha. Alright, blow it away! KO.
169.
Not so divine.
I
Breakdown.
think we broke her.
Yep, she needs a reboot. Oh, Ganesha learned high counter.
Sweet.
Let's get rid of Pulimpa. There
Yeah,
we
we
go.
don't
Oh,
need that
endure
anymore.
next level.
Sweet.
And alright. Oh, by the way, the Ganesha with Tetrakarn is gonna be for Empress rank 9.
Oh.
So that's why I fused one earlier.
So, Naoto-kun was a girl?
And it took you this long to figure
you
it
guys
out.
couldn't tell the fact that
Are you awake?
Naoto doesn't really have a Adam's apple
Or the fact, or a male's physique.
Where am I? I remember you all arriving, and
Don't need to hide it anymore.
that's right. You saw everything.
And after this, she sounds a lot more feminine.
I lost both my parents in an accident. I was still young, so my grandfather took me in. I was inept at making friends, so I spent my time reading detective novels in my grandfather's study.
Oh, that explains it.
and
When
watching
I grow up,
Feathermen.
I'm gonna be an awesome, hard-boiled detective. My parents were proud of their job. I had no qualms about following in their footsteps. An inherited occupation can feel stifling to many, but I welcomed it.
Yeah.
I yearned for the day I could be a detective myself. Perhaps I inherited that desire from
It's
them
not
as
a bad
well.
thing to have.
I was always alone.
No. Oddly,
Seeing that,
Naoto's social
my
link is a
grandfather must have
parallel
believed
to
it was his duty to help
Yukiko's.
me
Mm-hmm.
realize
And the
my
fact that
dream.
Yukiko's trying to
I
get
secretly
away from
aided
her
my
destiny,
grandfather
and
with his
Naoto's
clients.
trying to
And before
more or
I knew
less
it,
figure out
people
what to
started
do
calling me
with it.
Junior Detective.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was
But of course,
delighted.
there's... In case you haven't figured it out, Naoto's insecurities,
What was
not
that you
only
said
her
about
gender,
being
but
a
her age as
child?
well.
Yep,
Not everyone welcomes my
because
collaboration
Naoto
when it
is
comes to
16.
solving cases.
Mm-hmm.
My status as a child
which
was
is
sufficient
kind of
to
funny
offend
considering that
many of
Kanji
those
is the
whom I
youngest
worked
member of the whole group.
Were that the only
Yeah.
issue?
Yeah, it's
it
also
would
funny when
resolve
Marie
itself
calls him
in
old man.
But though I will one day change from a child to an adult,
And that's what she's most
I will
afraid
never
of.
change from a woman to a man.
Do you not like being a girl?
Well, obviously.
Is that why you always dressed like a boy?
Hmm.
More or
My
less.
sex doesn't fit my ideal image of a detective. Besides, the police department is a male-oriented
So yeah, just the
society.
fact that you're a
If they had
child
the
was
slightest
enough for them
concrete
to look
reason
down
look
on you.
me, no
But there's
one
also the
would
fact
need
that you're a
me
girl.
anymore.
You don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you must know already that what you yearn for isn't to become an adult or become a boy.
It's to accept yourself
You're absolutely
for
right.
who you really are.
I'm sorry. I kept ignoring you, pretending you didn't exist. But you are me. And I am you. You've always been inside me. What I should yearn for, no. What I must strive for, isn't to become a man.
No.
It's to accept myself for who I really am.
And that is going to be an ongoing struggle for you.
And this continues in P4 Arena as well. And her social link.
Quite. Sukuna Hikona of the Wheel of Fortune.
Who has quite a different appearance compared to his other incarnations.
Yeah.
And oddly, just as Naoto is somewhat gender confused, somewhat? Or
In any event, you're a devious sponge.
what's the word?
Androgynous.
I can't believe you kept something
Sukuna
like this hidden for so
Hikona
long.
is a
No
male
wonder the
persona,
perpetrator has
oddly.
eluded the police.
Yeah.
Kind of
But it's
fits
apparent
into the
now.
whole thing. Of,
Yeah.
This case is far from over.
It is far from over.
That's right. And you proved it, Naoto. Anyways, we can talk more later. We need to get you out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the buzzsaws and the laser cannon activates.
So thus, we've
Oh
gained.
yeah, Beelzebub, blow it up.
So thus, we have now gained our dungeon exterminator.
Hey!
Because, yeah, well, of course, we won't officially get her in the party until October 6th.
She really put her life on the line for this.
Quite.
Yes,
But
she
without
did.
her efforts, we'd never have realized that the culprit is still at large.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is where Kanji is the most
You're too
compassionate,
freaking
actually.
reckless, damn it.
And this is more or less where
Come for me.
where the
Although reality turned
people
out
tend to
be
ship
far
the two of them,
beyond
actually,
what I'd imagined.
Kanji and Naoto, because they quite complement each other.
What a dumbass. You're no genius at all. We were tearing our hair out over you.
Aww.
So you did worry about her, Kanji? Oh.
Shut up. Mind your own damn business.
I think it's quite apparent
I don't think she can
that
go
even
back
now
on
more than ever, Kanji's quite attracted by
It's all
Naoto.
right. I can.
Mm-hmm. Which makes his, how shall we put it,
His insecurities not that much of an issue.
Come on, let's go.
somewhat.
Come on.
Shake. Alright.
She's like, I want to walk.
Yeah.
No!
And it seems the case is not over yet.
The truth is still out there, beyond the fog.
Mm-hmm.
But will you reach me in time?
Who could say, mysterious voice? Oh, Adachi.
Hey! Welcome back.
Holy crap.
Sorry, we got off early today.
Quite.
Come on, take a seat.
Why is he so drunk?
I don't know. Their party?
They found Naoto-kun.
Yeah, I know who Naoto is.
He just happened
I hate to break it to you, but Naoto's a girl.
It looks like he's back now. Way to put a scare into everyone. Heesh.
I'm relieved.
You don't seem surprised.
You know,
You didn't already know he was found, did you?
You really ought to do something about that habit of
Wow,
yours, Dojima-san.
Adachi coming to our
All of a sudden,
defense.
school. Rumors spread fast
also,
out here,
Adachi stepping up to Dojima?
Wow.
But man,
He may be
Naoto-kun
drunk, but
disappeared.
he doesn't act this
guess he can be a little difficult.
foolish.
Maybe he got sulky
This
after being
seems-
given the boot and ran away from home.
Yeah, you go with your conspiracy theories, Adachi.
Like
Intentional.
if there'd been a fourth kidnapping and murder,
What?
we'd be back to square one
Wait,
again.
what?
Adachi.
What was intentional?
You know what sucks? We still don't have proof that the Kubo kid murdered anyone besides
Uh-oh.
Mr. Muraoka. How are we gonna
So,
make a case like this?
you guys aren't even confident, huh?
Dojima-san's instinct is right.
Yet you're still gonna
Maybe it
point
really
all
is
to
another perp out
everyone
there,
else
a
out there.
real one.
Of course.
Adachi, how many times I gotta say it? Quit
But apparently
running your
it's
mouth like
it's Dojima's word against the police.
Sorry.
Or at least it's the police against Dojima.
All
Everyone
right,
else wants to
see
just
you.
finish the case. It's just that it's Dojima who's not
that.
convinced.
Don't worry about the case. Just go study like a normal student. If
Well, I'm
you-
already got max intelligence.
Not yet.
I'm going to bed.
Jeez. Jesus Christ. And I thought Naoto was a killjoy. Thanks a lot, Adachi.
Sorry, I killed the mood there. But yeah, I can totally understand why Dojima-san's worried. Just
Wait,
leave the
he's not
case
as
to us
drunk as he
police.
sounded.
You know the problems it could cause. If
I think he
something
got
happened,
off
right?
his stupor.
Like if it happened,
Probably.
we were mixed up in it. We'd be real worried.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Why are you giving us all this
More scary
advice?
things gonna happen?
Well, he's worried about us, I guess, in his way.
No way, Nanako-chan. Everything's all right now. We
That
got
just makes it
Saturday,
more
so
suspicious.
no more scary things will happen, right?
But yeah,
Everything's
apparently it's
just
Dojima
fine.
who's the only one who thinks that there's the real
Okay.
killer out there.
Except for the fact that
Anyways,
Dojima didn't take it
your
to
dad's just a
public or
worrywart.
anything.
Well, then
Leave it to
again,
me.
it would just
You
make the
might not
police
know
look
to
even
look
more
in.
incompetent.
But I got the most brains in the whole police department.
Sure you
Too
do.
hard to understand. Did you get it? Well, now that Dojima-san's gone, I should get going.
Yeah, you should go hit a cab.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be driving like this.
I don't think he drives. I think it's just Dojima that holds him around everywhere.
Yeah.
What does got brains mean?
Well, it means he's smart.
Huh. So things will be alright?
You want to say things are alright, but then again, they're not.
You didn't have enough understanding, and wait, I got max understanding.
Not yet. See you in part 73.